to the 2016 NCHA Futurity. I'm here with the winner of the Unlimited Amateur Final, Wade Smith, who rode Metallic Candlelit and marked a 2:23. Congratulations to you, Wade.
Hey, thank you very much.
Tell me, what did that run feel like?
That was the most fun I think I've ever had. I after that run, I was ready to do it again in the second go. The mare was just spot on, and the cattle were so good, and my help was so great, helped me find the perfect cows, and I just felt like I could do anything.
So, do you remember much about the run itself? What was it about the run that really, felt good? Describe it to us.
My number one priority was to go in and make my cuts clean and in the middle of the pen and get pushed way up, and the mare pretty much just showed herself then. It's probably one of the easier horses to show that I've ever been on, and absolutely one of the easiest 3-year-olds that I've ever been on. She's so mature, and I don't really have to worry about too much. If I can just get her put on the cow right, and she takes care of her.
So you were along for the ride.
I was, and it was so much fun. I love cutting. Ever since I was a little boy, I remember I think I was like 13 or 14. I went to Terry Riddle, Bill Freeman cutting school at Terry's place when Smart Little Lena was 2, and Bill Freeman would give me a hard time because the horse would fall down and start whacking on a cow, and I'd be smiling while I was doing that, and he said, wipe that smile off. This is serious. He was giving me a hard time, and I've just always loved cutting.
What do you think he'd say today about your win?
I think he'd probably say good job. I wish he was here for me to talk to.
Yeah, I bet. Your horse, tell us a little bit about Metallic Candlelit. When did you come by her?
I had sold a 3-year-old that Clay Johnson was training for me to Alana Chalmers, and she made the limited non-pro finals and the non-pro finals on her. And Clay called me in October, towards the end of October, and he said, "Hey, I've got one that you need to come try." Because I told him keep an eye out for something, and he's like, "Come try this." And it took me a couple of weeks to
gel with her?
Well, just to get to his place to try it, with logistics. I was showing at the App World, and then I went home for a couple of days, and then he was in Cotulla at a pre-work at his in-laws, and it took me a little bit, but looking back at it now, I wish I would have just dropped everything and just drove straight away just to lock it up, but I went and I tried her, and I worked 2 cows on her, and I knew she felt so special, and I said, "Is she like this all the time?" "Oh yeah," and I said, "Well, let's make the deal." So.
And you have actually competed a few times here in the Will Rogers before. You've got a second. Tell us about that.
Yes. First time I showed here was in 1985 when I was 16 years old. I rode a little white Appaloosa mare that was by our Appaloosa stud, and I marked a 2:14. There was a question on the review. I have never forgot this. I marked a 2:14, and 2 of the judges got me for it, and one of them didn't, and it took a 2:14 and a half that year to go to the second go. And I have replayed that run in my head. It's one of those where you wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, wondering, why did you do it like that? And, I haven't shown every year at all since then. I showed 2 times, 85 and 86, and didn't get to make it to the second go. And there wasn't any amateur then. It was, I was competing against Shayla Welch and Mary Jo Milner and Carol Rose and, everybody who was just winning everything in the non-pro all the time. And but I still felt very fortunate to be in the arena with those people, and now we have the unlimited amateur, and it's probably where I need to be, and I just am glad the NCHA has this class.
Now, you've got a box here that I'm assuming is filled with family and friends who got to watch you win tonight with a great score of 2:23. How does that make you feel?
Blessed. My mom's 85 years old, and she got to be here to see it, and my wife, I haven't been home for like 6 weeks, and she's at home, you know, with my younger children, helping them get to school, and my son's in college, and between, you know, all of my horse family, you know, my trainers and their wives and their the people who help them, and my people, it still feels like family.
And I bet this win kind of makes up for that just narrowly missing out when you were 14.
Yeah, yes, that does. But you know, I still wish I had that run back. That would have been a dream come true. But tonight's been a dream come true. It still hasn't sunk in.
Okay, well, congratulations, great job. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you very much.